What's up, Stat Fam? I told you we was coming back with another. We got NBA Legends explains how amazing 5'7" Spud Webb was. This is a live reaction. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that sub button, and comment below. Let's get it. You know what? I'm gonna act, Spud.
This is Sean Kemp.
Hey, this is August All.
Hey, what's up? This is Vince Carter here.
Hey, what's up? This is Matt Barnes. If you're an old school NBA fan like I am, make sure you check out the Basketball Time Machine with my man Sean Davis.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Basketball Time Machine. My name, of course, is Sean David, and I welcome you to your weekly dose of old school NBA basketball. In today's episode, I want to talk about a player who has been forgotten, for quite some time now, but who was very popular back in the days, especially in the 80s and 90s. Spud Webb, who won the slam dunk contest even though he's only 5'7". So Spud, this episode is for you. And for you guys, please do me one favor. If you enjoy the content, please subscribe to the channel. All right, enough said. Let's get right into it.
Legendary.
Now the first thing you guys gotta know is it was very difficult to find clips about Spud Webb with NBA Legends talking about him, but I did my best and I found a couple of them. The first one is from the NBA 80s documentary. Let's take a look.
And at the 86 dunk contest, the rookie with the funny name stole the show.
Spud!
Did his mother like potatoes? I mean, I'm not sure.
He looked like somebody's child playing. And he was grown.
Well, how tall is Spud Webb?
5'7". We've never seen nothing like that before.
I don't even understand why he's in this. But Spud quickly let everyone know that he was in it to win it.
You won't play in no game.
It's conservative.
Can't handle business.
Wins people and probably the judges. Goes back to the double clutch move.
5'7".
I don't think that people even realize what Spud Webb was able to do at
2
his
feet.
height.
The amount of space that he had to jump to get to the rim because he literally could fit in a car seat.
On the ball. And Spud Webb comes through and clutch. So much excitement around the NBA.
Unheard of. And I'm up in the stands. Throw it. Free kick. Backwards. Unheard of.
His timing was so impeccable that I don't know how many times he must have practiced these.
I never saw him after practice. You never saw him in practice trying to do that type of thing.
Really terrific to see that happen. And what that does, it gives so much hope to all the little men who play the game of basketball.
That's legendary right there, Spud. That's legendary right there.
Yeah, that's, I mean, just, and how,
Freaky. Swing the legs though, but look at the leg part.
it was just a couple
He was a
little
rock star at NC State. The fans, and I think the nation at that time, was in love with his game and his ability to do some of the things that he was able to do on basketball.
Showtime.
Spud was probably, if not the quickest, right behind Muggsy, was probably the quickest guy that you had to guard individually with the basketball. He was actually a freak of nature. I had never seen anything like him. Never played anyone like him. And on the offensive end, he was just a nightmare.
Well, Spud was quick. You know, even though we were small, we totally different type of players. He was quick in the open court. He had a lot of, his jumping ability was unbelievable. He can get off the floor, and he had a good ability, a knack of where to get a shot off and how to get it off. You know, we was the fastest one on the floor, so we had to chase each other around. That was kind of tough to do.
Only 5'7" tall, Spud was largely overlooked in the 1985 draft. Taken on the 4th round by the Detroit Pistons, who already had Isaiah Thomas, he was cut before ever getting to training camp.
Well, I feel like I didn't get a chance, to show my skills or to prove myself that I could play in the NBA.
Picked up by the Hawks, Spud would get his chance when the starting point guard was injured.
I remember the first practice in training camp. I'm sitting there with a cast on my hand, and I see this guy whipping up and down the court, shooting, going by guys, giving assists, and I turned to Dominique and I said, I better get healthy quickly.
But once Spud had been given his chance, there was no stopping him. He would make the Hawks' offense his own, quickly winning the starting job.
Oh, what a shot by Webb!
Oh, he's a tough little customer.
He had a lot of heart. I think that's the biggest thing for Rodman. He isn't afraid. He get in there, he mix it up, and he gets bounced around off those big guys and get up and keep going.
Spud would go beyond being an unlikely success story. Playing for the Hawks and the Sacramento Kings, he would become one of the league's steadiest point guards. But perhaps he'll be remembered most for his exploits in the 1986 Slam Dunk Championship.
When big guys tried to post him up in the game, actually we enjoyed it because we knew what was going to happen. He always said, use your size, I'll use my speed.
I think one of the first dunks I've seen him do was against the Lakers, coming down the lane, and it was Kareem and Magic, and I want to say it was Kurt Rambis, and he threw it down.
So Webb in the open floor.
Showtime.
And
I got now, Spud.
Like, he can play. So we both, myself, Doc Rivers, went to Mike Fratello, said, we can't cut this guy.
Between myself, Cliff, Dominique, Antoine, I mean, we were busting our tails down the floor to try to get the ball from him because, like I say, if you're not with him, it's just too bad because he's gonna get down the floor. It's just that explosive, just that quick.
So we were playing Atlanta, and I got switched out, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna space him. I'm gonna make sure he could just, knock down a jump shot. He's not gonna get by me. Next thing I know, he's by me. And not only is he by me, he's finishing at the rim over Devin the Shrimp, and I'm in the play trying to block him from behind. He was definitely too quick for me, even though I thought I could keep Spud in front of him.
Once you're on the heels, you can't do it. And that's what he did to Isaiah. He got Isaiah. Because look how far Isaiah's back from. Isaiah's playing against that speed, He's back on his heels. Boom, here comes the cross.
The first day I seen him play, I went to the coach and told me it'd be a big mistake by cutting this guy because he's the guy who's going to help us when the season starts. And unfortunately, he got hurt in training camp, and no one really got a chance to see what he can do. And I kept telling the coach, just hang on to him and let's give him a chance. First regular season game we played, he had 22 points and 11 assists, and that was big for a rookie, especially a guy his size, and all the odds was against him to do as well as he did. I respect him a lot as a person as well as a player because he beat all odds. He's a guy who had a tremendous heart. He had more heart than a lot of guys I know because his will to go out there and do well and to compete.
That's good, D. You Showtime, man.
When he dunked at home, they would just leave the seats. I mean, they would go crazy, high-fiving, jumping, doing all types of things because it was so exciting to see play a guy that small and a body that small to go out and dunk the basketball.
I remember seeing this man named Spud Webb. And I remember seeing somebody with a big patch on the side of their head, and it just was one of the best dunk contests I ever seen.
I was a senior at UCLA, and I remember being in my dorm room when we were all obviously watching the dunk contest, and I was like, is this guy, are they for real?
I don't think there'd never be, in terms of an underdog performance like Spud, because we knew Michael and Dominique were special and Dr. J, but nobody knew Spud was special like that as a dunker.
And I know he's really pumped up. The adrenaline was going to be really high when he got to Dallas, and he went there and he did some things that we've never seen in practice.
I must tell you, I did not know he was going to do some of the dunks he did because we never seen him do that before. Because he never worked on it in practice, so it kind of shocked me with a few things that he did.
Obviously everybody in the warm-up is going to be showing a little bit of what they have. It was a packed crowd. Everybody was just doing their thing. Neek was throwing it off the glass and dunking it as hard as he can. Terrence was going 360s, and I was doing my thing, and along with all the other guys. And Spud was just almost like doing a layup. It was crazy.
Rim
I
grazing.
was talking to him
Come on
about
now.
how to impress. I told him because of the size that he had a long way to go, that he wanted to pace himself.
I think you saw the guys. I think it was Michael and Patrick's reaction. Everybody knew he could jump, but I think the dunks he was doing and the elevation, it started to surprise everybody.
And that's when everybody at that arena started to get behind him.
You know, unfortunately, Spud Webb is one of those players who kind of got forgotten over the years. But I remember, especially in the 90s, he was very popular because there weren't too many short players around. I mean, you had Muggsy Bogues, you had Spud Webb, and you had Earl Boykins when we talk about the really short players. And I just want to make sure that we don't get twisted. Spud Webb was also a good player. He was not only a great dunker in the dunk contest, but he was also pretty good for his size. I mean, he had good handles. He was very fast, super quick there. If you go on YouTube and check for his highlights, he was so fast. Other players had a really hard time catching up to him. Anyway, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and hopefully I'll see you next time on the Basketball Time Machine.
Salute, legendary Spud Webb. Come on now. If y'all know Spud Webb, make sure y'all go check him out now. All around game. He do more than dunk now. Spud Webb will give you 30 with his eyes closed. He that cold now. Don't sleep on Spud now. That dunking. Spud Webb can hoop. All around. I'm talking about give you a buck. Come on now. Back up, Spud. Salute, you legendary now. Thank y'all, Stat Family, for watching the full video. We're going to be back with another video after this video. Make sure y'all stay prayed up. Y'all be safe. Y'all be good. You know?